Welcome back to Pop Culture Roll Call, a show where our hosts are watching The Magicians by only viewing the scenes that their character is present for. This is Season 2, Episode 3, Divine Elimination.
Welcome back to another episode of Pop Culture Roll Call. I'm host Mike. I'll be watching everything from the point of view of Penny. To left me as always.
It's Sasha, and I watch everything from the point of view of Margot.
In front of me as always.
Yeah, it's Colin. I watch everything from the point of view of King Elliot, as always.
And right here, right now.
Hey, it's Brian. Here's Quentin.
We're still in it. Episode 3.
I
Still
like
cooking.
this season.
This season's firing
Moving.
on all cylinders, I think.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this. I feel like it's really interesting.
I think they took some feedback.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think
feels
we tightened. We tidied. I'm digging this.
I want to just, before we jump into the actual episode, thank you everybody who came out to our live stream. It was a good time. We watched Buffy Life Serial Season 6, Episode 5.
Mm-hmm.
So you can look on Patreon. Eventually it will be posted somewhere.
It should be up soon.
Watch that along. We might be wearing these exact outfits.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking weird if that was
Weird.
the case.
Wasn't that so strange
People
that we
could only
all
have so many clothes.
Also, Nicolas Cage.
we did talk a lot about Nicolas Cage.
Which we remember from weeks ago when we did that recording.
Yeah, it was buried deep down there. Deep down
Late
there.
memory.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so let's start with this episode.
Yeah. Let's talk about
Season
so
two,
much before
episode
credits.
3. Yeah, a lot actually.
I gotta do
It
some as
basically
well.
picks up where we left off, right?
Yeah, we're
kinda
walking through the
walking
castle.
and talking through the castle. Very Aaron Sorkin.
Mm-hmm.
We're telling Elliot about kind of the spell that we have that'll blow up everything in a 20-foot radius.
And it
Catching
won
him
World War
up.
II.
Yeah, and he, we're like, well, so we have all these plans. Penny is like, what have you been doing?
Mm-hmm.
And he gets to show off 4 thrones.
Yep. I made thrones and my champagne. Ta fucking da. How about we all stop being so dour and we start reveling in the regality
No.
for a second?
No.
Now I need an explanation from the person who plays Quentin here.
Yes.
Why did you not say anything?
It's so fucking stupid. Like, Elliot's like, oh, come sit. And then my notes just say, oh, no. And then the person who stops us is Penny for some reason. Penny's like, wait, like, we have better things to do. And it's like, no, come sit down for a bit. And it's insane that, like, I knew there was a curse, something to do with the thrones. And
you
I'm just like,
still let us sit in the throne.
I think I remember something about a curse. I don't remember what, though. So I'm just going to sit here and let it happen. So fucking stupid.
I mean, I'm the real hero of the show.
Just
that
because you didn't
feels
get crowned?
actually true. Like,
It's been Penny the whole time.
Yeah.
it was honestly shocking how, like, he didn't say anything.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
almost felt like the writers kind of forgot.
It, like,
Weirdly,
why
yeah.
did we, like, I mean, I feel like the only reason that he was told about the curse is to, like, have an explanation for why all this weird stuff happened. But you could have just as easily had, like, Penny figure that out when he's, like, everybody else is acting strange. He, like, travels somewhere and then finds out about a curse and comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get why they even told Quentin if he's going to sit there and be like, huh, was there something about a curse?
Is there a scene where
well,
Quentin...
guess I'll sit in this chair and think about it.
Is there a scene where Quentin acknowledges he dropped the ball? Or did they just
like,
not?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, he brings up in this episode, it's like, oh, Julia did say something about a curse having to do with these thrones.
I don't love it, but at least they fucking know.
Yeah.
That makes it worse, I
Does
feel.
it? Okay,
I feel
that's
like
fair.
it does.
I feel like it'd make it worse if they forgot the thing they just did. It maybe makes it a little bit better if they're like, they're going to call it out and maybe they had another scene to do a thing and it got cut for time and now it just feels a little incongruous.
Because Elliot sits first.
Yes.
But while also simultaneously having a drink.
Right. So there's an initial confusion. It's like, oh, we think that the drink cursed him. I'm
Yeah.
like, you knew it had to do with the throne.
They said throne.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Was it throne or cup?
So just to catch us up here, Elliot sits down.
And immediately things start going sideways.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure if you all see, but like...
I think we get a cut. So.
Okay, I get a flash of everyone like whispering in each other's ear and pointing and scheming and like being generally like distrustful, kind of like that kingly, the Mad King,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
you imagine everyone sort of like whispering behind your back and plotting your downfall.
Yeah.
I immediately, as soon as I sit down, boom, world changes. It's not a gradual like losing of my mind or losing of
It's
the
gone.
trust of my friend. As soon as I sit down, bam, we're done.
Well, you call us oopers,
Oopers?
usurpers. Yeah, he can't say it right.
So-
Usurpers.
it's so
Oh
funny.
yeah, usurpers to the throne.
And then you like
however
run
say that.
off.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
sprint out of the room, and I have some scenes afterwards after the credits. But yeah, we're really just kicking straight off.
Yeah. Once you run away, Margot's like, all right. He was like this when he was on shrooms once. I'm going to go handle it. And you know,
That's
I
fun.
leave. And I have a cut here.
And then it's Penny, Alice, and Quentin left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
find out
like,
you talked to Julia, which I'm
right.
not
So
happy
this is
about.
when I'm like recapping, like, oh yeah, Julia did say something about a curse, and then Alice is like, oh, I wonder what it could be, and then she sits down,
Because she's like, it could be the goblet, and then she holds the goblet, but then sits down.
and then I sit as well next to her.
You
It's
just
like-
really forgot.
Yeah.
It's insane, but yes, like Julia told me 3 pieces of information, and I forgot one of them.
Because
you're looking
at a pretty girl.
And I'm like, I mean, because Penny clocks both of y'all, and you're like, okay, something's going on with both of you, and you are in unison. We're fine, and Penny's just like, clearly.
Yeah, there's a lot of like us saying the same thing at the same time, being like, it must be done for Fillory, you know. Oh yeah, that we say it must be done for Fillory is when we're saying, oh, we have to kill Elliot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to put it together. Okay, the thrones have cursed y'all.
Yep. The person who didn't know this information can put it together, or the person who did know it has no idea.
And you walk off first. Alice stays behind, and she's like, hey, don't tell Quentin, but after she kills Margot, she's going to have to kill Quentin too. So just don't tell him that. And I'm just
Does
like,
Margot ever get cursed?
We'll
Yes.
get to the next scene.
I thought
There,
so.
it happens right before the
Okay,
credits.
got it.
So,
so I run, yeah.
this
So-
is it.
Yeah, I run up to you, and I'm like, Margot, everyone's cursed.
So I'm outside. I'm in the
Don't sit on the
forest,
throne.
and I'm like picking like berries off of something, and you're explaining this, and I'm like, yeah. Are you going to help me pick this or what?
And I'm like,
So
why?
you're like, oh, is this the antidote? Like, did Margot figure something out? Because I said I was going to go talk to Elliot, and I was like, no, it's for the poison. And don't worry about this thrones. I sat in mine earlier, and it was totally fine.
and I'm totally normal.
And I'm like, what poison? And
Yeah.
you're like, well, I have to drink some of the poison to like convince them it's not a poison.
So Elliot will drink it. Yeah. So
Obviously.
Then, you realize all of a sudden, like, oh, it's too late. Everybody sat in those seats, and we're cooked.
Yep, I'm not cooked. I'm fresh off the farm to the table.
You're cooked because the beast is gonna kill us.
Yeah.
That's fair. And then we get the credits.
Then we get the
Credits.
credits. Mind sluts.
Plural
It's
because
singular.
we're all sluts.
Singular.
There's 4 people on this couch, and we're all mind sluts.
All right. Is this a Penny episode? Because my next
Yeah.
scene, I'm fighting Quentin with crossbows, and
I
things
was
are
so
going
worried
sideways.
y'all didn't remember what y'all were doing, and I had to drive this boat alone.
I'm gonna.
I remembered what we were up to. I have a little scene that Elliot gets up to here before we kind of like kick off, because as soon as Elliot storms out, we get obviously a little bit, we get the credits, and it comes back in where Elliot is just sort of, again, Mad King, frantic look in his eyes, like wringing his hands, sort of walking through the halls, and there is this nondescript like younger guy who's just sort of standing in one of the courtrooms. I'm like, hey, your name's Benedict, right? And he's like, yes, sir. And like, sire, like steps forward. He's been summoned by his like high king. And I was like, you, what do you do again? He's like, I'm your cartographer. And I was like, I think you can help me with something. He's like, are your problems cartographical in nature? And he's like,
Everybody's heard about the orgy you tried to organize.
yeah. He's like, so what do you need from me here, man?
Can I be clothed?
And he's like, yes, kind of. I guess they're cartographical. I need a knife. Something like chic and regal that you can kind of like sneak up on somebody with, but it looks like really good. And he's like, I don't think surely somebody else would be a better fit for this, your king. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on. You're telling me nobody's ever dramatically stormed into your office and stabbed a knife into a map to make a point? Come on. And that's like the end of that
actually-
scene.
You know
what?
But it is a good call.
Yeah.
It's like some general being like, we need to attack them here. And he just like hopes.
drawer
Yeah.
of knives they've left behind.
They storm out. I was like, chink. Oh, I hate
That's
these
a
things.
very funny joke.
Yeah.
I actually like that.
That's
yeah.
all I got. So it's like some
Okay.
writer also thought it was a funny bit. It was just enough, like just funny enough to make a scene out of it. That's all we get
That
out
was
of that.
pretty good.
And the next thing, next scene is Penny with the crossbow and my wife.
We'll get there.
Okay, I was like,
What's her name again?
Fen.
Fen. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going through the castle with a crossbow, and I run into Margot.
So is there nothing in between this? Because this is when we have a fight.
Yeah.
And you shoot me
Do
with
you
the
just
crossbow.
show up with a crossbow?
Is there
How do you
nothing
get
else in between?
This is a secret?
No, there's some more stuff.
Okay.
Okay, well then it's
Yeah.
your turn,
Go.
sir.
Okay, back off.
You know we're doing a podcast, right?
Can we let life happen?
Why are you hanging out with my
No.
wife?
We're trying to keep this around an hour.
Yeah, chop chop.
Let me paint the scene here. Interior.
Oh my god. I'm leaving.
Day. So I'm with your wife, Fen, and she's talking about the other kings and queens that died, and she thought it was always just like infighting, like greed and power.
Right.
And I'm like, well,
Oh.
no, guess what? It's just another thing the beast is responsible for. So
Wait,
like,
so there were people post the beast to assume the throne in Fillory.
yes,
But the beast cursed the throne.
Right.
yeah,
So that none of them were
could
effective
maintain
rulers.
leadership.
So it is possible that the people that we're talking about that went to Fillory, that were kings there from Breitbart's there might also be newer people that were crowned?
Maybe.
Maybe, but they
Okay.
died.
Yeah.
And she says that curses are tricky, and they usually
bright parts.
Oh, yes, I did.
Breitbart's?
I did.
I didn't clock
That's
that.
so funny.
Break bills.
break
Yeah,
those.
the place that tells you your depression medication is bad and evil. Sorry.
So different from Breitbart.
Making associations in my head.
She tells me that curses are tricky, and they usually end when they run their course, and not before. And I'm like, well, that doesn't help because the course it wants to run is murder everyone. Like it's not gonna stop until they're all dead. Ooh, dead. Shit. I got an idea. Okay, don't let them kill each other. I'll be back, and then I travel somewhere,
Okay.
Right.
and then I come back as Margot and Quentin are having.
Okay, so we just do. I wonder if there's some other stuff going on.
I don't think so. I think it's just the curse is making us
All right.
murderous.
We have a scene with a crossbow,
Yep.
and there's a lot of mean things that Margot says that I feel like I have to repeat, but it's really bad.
Oh no!
Go on.
So Quentin is a crossbow, and I'm taunting him, and I'm like, I said, you couldn't hit a fat girl with a fat girl seeking arrow. And when you give me a yeah,
It's a weird line.
It is a weird line.
so when Quentin basically reacts that way, she's like, "What? It's a metaphor." Which is, like, I don't know.
That's why he scoffed. He's like, what is that literary device?
Oh, metaphor, not a literal arrow.
It was
Is that a simile?
And
no.
then I move closer, and I'm basically at, like point blank range, and I fire the crossbow at you,
you miss though.
and I miss.
Because I have an enchantment, and this is when I decide to unleash my slug on Quentin that we had engraved in our bags.
Oh,
the
the
Caco
demon
demon.
slugs. The Capra?
Caco.
Caco demon.
Yep.
Calico.
Like
But
chocolate?
as we're doing this and I'm about to kill Quentin with the slug, Penny shows up and uses his slug.
Yeah, I'm like Penny says go free, and it like counteracts. I counterspell.
Yeah, it was
so you
basically
both
just-
used your slug.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, which are one-time use.
Yep.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
one
Yep.
shotters.
And that's when you take the crossbow and
Yeah.
say that you were going to
Take you someplace somewhere safe, and if I have to shoot you to get you there, I will make sure it hurts.
Well, I tried to leave because I have the spell
Shoot you right in the ass.
right in the ass.
I'm like, your
it doesn't
enchantments are
block
weak,
it?
bruh.
No, it does not work. And just like pull out. It's so funny.
Yeah.
My next scene is where we're all together with your wife.
Well, no, I love the last thing of that scene. It's Quinn's like, her carotid artery was in her neck. You could have shot right there.
Yeah.
Oh, trying to kill her.
Yeah. So they're still focused.
Also,
And-
a lot of big veins in your ass and hips and stuff. Those veins got to make their way down to your feet somehow.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of
I
versions
don't think
of
this
that.
was like a particularly lethal shot or anything like
no.
that. Definitely hurt though.
Yeah.
Like you promised.
I've seen Shrek. I know it's tender for weeks.
We're in the throne room again. Is this where we are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is when Penny is telling us his idea of solving this problem.
Yeah.
Penny's got us all like by the at crossbow point.
Yeah. It's me and Fen. We're both crossbowing.
Yep.
Yeah. She's
Doing
big in on
less
it.
efficient
Yeah.
job
Yeah,
of
she's not talking either. It's just
we're like-
background characters. That's
And
my
we're like,
wife.
bad news. You're cursed. Good news. I think I know a way out. So, the curse got to run its course, means y'all got to die. So what we're going to do is we're going to kill you with this.
Sodium chloride,
And you think it's
Potassium
heroin.
potassium chloride.
And you're like, oh, I always thought my life would end this way. Way too much. I'm like, no. Potassium chloride is going to stop the heart. And then I got syringes of adrenaline, which are going to kickstart your heart again. So you're going to die, the curse is going to end, and then we're going to bring you back.
The classic MacGuffin.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is
My hands start not being great, and I drop the crossbow. And I'm fumbling. I'm like, no, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm great. You're great.
And Margot takes his opportunity to take one of the potassium chlorides
Stab
and
Quentin.
just stab Quentin in the neck.
And I just die. My next scene is waking up.
Yeah, obviously being revived. But then as you die,
Yeah.
everybody like starts rushing for the sodium chloride or the potassium chloride. So
To
just
kill
a
each
bunch of
other.
people with needles trying
Yeah.
to like stab each other in the
It's
neck.
so funny.
And like, I'm fumbling with a crossbow. I'm like, yeah, this is definitely how I plan this.
Because Ben is like, is this okay? You're like, well, it's getting the first part.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's kind of the best way to do this versus me like going to each one individually.
It is a very funny like group fight scene where everyone has
Like
needles
needles?
of poison instead
I
of like
missed it.
knives or guns.
It's
Yep.
really funny.
It's like when things go horribly wrong in Hitman. And
Yeah.
it's
Yes.
like, oh, shit. What do I got?
Stab him with a needle. Back here.
At the end of the fight, the winner at the end is Margot.
Yeah,
of course.
I've never been more scared of Margot after this episode.
She is so funny. She acted her butt off. She was celebrating about like winning. She says that the best thing is to crush your enemies and hear the lamentations of their women.
Finn's not happy with you.
No, she's not happy because I'm talking to her.
Yeah.
But then I guess
You call her farm girl?
yes, I do. But I do feel like I stabbed myself with the needle. So
The curse completes its mission.
oh,
The curse
that's
wanted you
why,
to die.
because I was the last one.
So then the curse kills itself, like
So
kills you.
killed me. And,
Yeah.
okay, so that makes sense.
I'm
'cause
like,
I
man,
just do
that's
that.
one fucking thorough curse. Jesus.
So then we're all dead, and then my next scene is I
Yeah.
wake up. Presumably you've
I
been.
get Fenn's help because my hands are useless, and
Yeah.
she goes around with the adrenaline. You're all alive.
Good. This is also
Welcome back.
medical advice and opinion. If you are dead, just a little adrenaline, bring you right back to life. Doesn't matter how long you've been dead.
Yeah, no,
It's-
that's.
That's how
Yeah.
it works.
This wouldn't work. Like, we're all just like fine immediately,
Yeah,
too.
right.
No lasting effects from
Yeah.
being dead for minutes.
Our brain's totally fine being shut off like a light switch for a
No-
little bit and then
no
turned back
CPR,
on. No, nothing.
Listen, we're in a world where drinking God's sperm gives you magic powers. We got to let some things fly.
Hey, we've got to let this one fly, I suppose.
I guess there's like painkillers in the air.
Yep.
That's true.
Oh yeah, we're all cocained.
No,
Oh no,
Opium.
opioided.
Anyway, so we come back, we're all alive, and
Yeah.
now we're all yelling about our plan, which has gone to shit. Because turns out two of us lost our Calco demons because of the curse by the beast.
Yeah.
But one of us is just a pain in the ass and let hers go. Alice.
She felt bad about it.
That was probably must have been off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, she talks about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Annoying. She's so annoying. I want to like Alice, and yet every time she's just not practical.
Nevertheless, she persisted.
Nevertheless, she persists. She's not practical enough. She's not practical enough.
Well,
She's not
on
here
the
to
bright
win.
side, you might not have to deal with that very long.
Turns out.
Turns out this might be a non-issue moving forward for reasons we haven't covered yet.
What we are going to do instead is the Sumerian shield spell.
Which is like a first year spell where it's just a basic shield spell that protects you from like shards of glass and like really minor things.
But basically just to like
Detract.
lock people in there in space, and
We don't
Like-
need it to be super strong.
yeah.
And there's like some back and forth thing where like Quentin makes some allegory about a dick.
I'm
or...
still trying to figure out what the fuck. And part of it is
Let him
just
cook.
like
Let him cook.
so he's like imagine dicks. With one dick you're just jerking yourself off, but with three you have 6 people having sex.
Ah, yes.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Math tracks.
which Elliot is like, that doesn't make any. Margot says that doesn't make any fucking sense. Elliot backs her up, and then Quentin makes the point, which I don't know if was the original idea of
But
it,
it works.
but does work as like, yeah, you got really like preoccupied by the dicks thing, and you got distracted, and it bought us time, which is really all that we need the shield spell to do.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it was completely non sequitur. It's not part of it. Like
I don't
we don't
get
need
how
the shield
3
spell.
dicks is 6 people.
I think it's just because he assumes that each person's having sex with one person of the opposite sex.
Oh,
So
cool.
if there are 3 dicks having sex, it's not an orgy. There's no
You have to
So-
have an equal number of women.
yeah, you must, or else it's sin. And Elliot, I mean,
As Elliot being the and Quentin and Margot 2-1, I had a threesome already.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can't.
And it was
I
a
can't.
mistake.
I can't talk about Quentin
That's
sometimes.
fair enough.
I really can't. I honestly don't even care about that. I'm still mad about the throne situation because really, if he had just remembered the
Don't
two
say it.
pieces of
Fine. We'd
information,
have 2 more
You,
demons.
you know how you handle this episode? Hey, don't sit. Don't sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
Sit on
back.
the- sit on-
Immediately say it.
Sit on the ground.
Say it.
anyway. So, did anyone else feel like this felt like very like not dramatic? That we're just like in the woods and we're like, all right, let's summon
do
the
it.
It felt
beast.
very like, oh, we're doing it?
Like
That's
right
how
now.
this whole episode kind of felt. Like,
Yeah.
I also like this season, and I think the episode was good and fun. They are being extremely quick and
They're
not
rushing.
taking a lot of time to let their decisions breathe. Like, their characters aren't having a lot of like conversations that aren't plot. Like they're just chugging along.
Yeah.
Just doing stuff. Things are happening, things are changing. Like, we went from welcome back to filler, you've been gone so long, here's the full like rundown of exactly what we learned, here's the curse that we learned about in the last episode, we fixed the curse that we've learned about in the last episode, we know how to kill the beast, we're doing it in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, slow the fuck down, man. But it's still entertaining. It's just fast.
It is very
It's
fast. I wonder if there's just a lot of book to get through, and they were like, "Is this the last season? Actually,
Maybe.
maybe they don't get one after this, and they're like, okay,
We gotta do
gotta
it.
close it up."
I'm wondering where it goes from here, though. Like, it can go so many different directions from here. We could have
Yeah,
a
it's
new
true.
main villain. We could have one of the already established villains becoming a major power. Like, you know, there's. We'll get to that.
It does feel like they're trying to set up, like they have a goal for where they want in season 2 to end, and they're like, we need to get to X point by Y episode so that we
Yeah.
have like 8 or 10 episodes to like let this plot line we're excited for breathe. And this is their way of like resolving the latent like beast transported with Julia needs to bring back King Fillory curse, and they're like, we need to kind of like move this along so we can get to this point. I'm not sure if that's true, but it's kind of the vibe that it gives.
Yeah, makes sense.
So we're out in the woods doing the
Yeah,
spell though.
we're tutting,
Yeah, we're tutting.
and it works. Like we get the beast and Julia trapped in the little triangle.
Do you have a scene where
Oh,
you
yeah.
get them? Okay.
So I travel. I end up in some random place where it's Julia, another woman, and the beast, and the beast is kind of like standing over a guy kneeling on one leg, like it's like a
There must have been the god. What's the god?
It's Reynard.
Reynard?
yeah. And I go to grab the beast, and Julia's like, no, and she grabs onto me, so she forces her way into the travel with me,
Yeah.
and that's when we come back.
Got it.
She
But-
did not. Also didn't listen to Quentin.
Yeah.
But I think they pretty much had Reynard death, like
Dead to
She
rights.
says
Dead
this
to rights.
later. So
Yeah,
yeah.
she does.
But we are in the triangle and it's working. We're holding, and Quentin, of course, breaks it to save Julia.
Yeah.
I
Because you were
Oh,
You
upholding
stopped
1/3 of the.
Yeah, you're 1/4 of the triangle, one
Yeah.
point of the triangle, and it literally disintegrates as you walk in to like grab Julia.
what
out
does
of
that
it.
do, though?
We're
It
creating
opens
shields.
Yeah, so we made like a triangle out of shields. You let one of the walls of the triangle.
Oh, and that's how the
down,
beast starts
jumps
running?
backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the beast then uses that opportunity to jump out of the way of the big
Okay.
magical blast.
This is like super important because I actually have like, I think that's actually why this episode works for me. As to because the outcome of this, like choices that you're making. Anyway, we'll get there.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So you do that.
Alice basically misses with the spell.
She gets him in the arm.
Yeah,
She,
his
like,
arm,
like
it
basically
looks
shoots past him
awful.
and he gets half hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He gets a glancing blow.
Like
At
kind of
fir-
Two-Face style.
it's first
Yeah.
like, oh, she missed completely, and then you see his arm, and it's like, oh no, she.
It's pretty fucked up.
If this would have hit him,
He would've been dead.
Game over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks his arm is useless. It's
Yeah.
like burned and dead. at his-
It
at
looks
his side.
like, not to be too Marvel coded, it looks like
Oh, you don't know.
the Hulk's arm after he uses the gauntlet,
Yeah. Yes. it
just
does.
obliterated.
Yeah. Penny pulls Julia during this fight.
And
like,
teleports her away.
yeah.
Yep.
Where do you
So
go?
where are you going?
This is my last.
Oh, okay. So maybe we come back to that later.
Yeah.
'cause- Okay.
I mean, that is the end of this scene, but because Julia's livid about Reynard and blah blah
Yeah.
blah, like the beast teleports himself away,
Yes.
so he leaves.
Like Alice is basically starts casting the same spell a second
Again,
time,
yeah,
and the
but
beast disappears.
Yeah.
he leaves before that.
I'll wait to finish mine.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Penny pulls Julia, and we're all like, we hear Julia yelling like, "I had him. I had Raiden." Whatever. She's just like, whatever. And so
It's like we start going to the royal carriage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to take it to the beast's. We're trying to find the beast's lair, because he's damaged.
We assume Martin's going to go to the wellspring to heal himself.
Yeah, to like re-up. So we're like, you know what? We didn't kill him there, but he is still hurt, and this might be still our best opportunity.
And Alice is like upset, seemingly like with herself for missing.
Yes.
Even though it's kind of
It's
Quentin's fault.
Definitely
Oh, no,
Quentin's
she's-
fault.
I saw that before I left. She is taking it personal. Like she
Yeah.
is like just saying, I missed.
Yeah, which I also I think this is the speed thing. I think if they were taking their time, there would be some conversation about Quentin making the decision to like break Julia out. I think they're just assuming that everyone's okay with the not murdering Julia, which I would have preferred to see some scenes of our characters talking about that in character. I
Yeah.
do think we would have came to the side of there was an innocent in big air quotes, because Julia also fucked up our other attempt to kill the beast.
Yeah.
And she didn't fuck this one up, but she was taking her revenge. And then Quentin, it's messy.
It's complicated.
But I also don't think that we ought to have been like, yeah, we should have just let her cook. I think maybe one or two of the characters should have said it might have been worth it so that we could talk about the morality of the trolley problem kind of deal thing.
Yeah.
But we don't. We just move on.
I also want to say that there is a weird moment between Martin and Julia. Like there's like some eye contact between the two of them, like right after he's like hurting his arm, but Julia's been pulled aside. They like they exchange like a look. So I do think that they are building up some sort of relationship. I don't know what that means. Like I don't mean like romantically. I mean like just like as like maybe understanding each other in some ways. I don't know. It was very brief, but I thought it was important to point out because that kind of explains what we're talking about, where it's like, if she moves the knife, isn't he just going to kill her? And
Right.
the answer is like, not really.
There must be some other leverage or something.
Yeah,
going on
like there's
here.
something else going on.
I mean, there's also that, I think we talked about it in the
Yes.
wrap up, but I think there's like the understanding that
They've gone
Martin
through similar
probably
experiences.
understands why she wants revenge.
Yeah, absolutely.
So maybe there's just that.
Yeah, for sure. So, but this is where we're going to split the party.
Yep.
Because Alice and Quentin are going to go to the wellspring because we know he's going to go there to try to drain more magic.
Yep.
And Margot and Elliot are going to go to Ember's temple and ask him for some more semen.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to re-up.
As you do.
Because, a thing that maybe we should have done first.
Probably.
I don't like. We constantly are talking about how we have no time and she's running out of time. Why did we not go ask? I don't know. It's irritating.
So Penny, you said you only have one more scene.
Yep.
Do you think it's like right around here, or do you think it's towards the end?
I mean,
It probably has to be. They're not going to have him teleport away and then wait 15 minutes to
Yeah.
get the.
yeah. So I'll
follow-up.
I'll
do your
finish.
thing.
I'll finish, and then I'm gonna take my sabbatical.
We don't have to. I mean, this
Funny 'cause
episode
he has
moves pretty
he
fast.
has
Yeah.
no idea what's coming in this episode.
Yeah.
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 So we travel back to, I assume, the city, because I tell her Subway's that way. Like, I'm just done with her. I'm like,
She needs
he's
a
like, where are we? I'm like,
sandwich.
Subway's
No,
that way.
Elliot's been doing work. There's a public transit system in Fillory already.
And Julia says, we had Reynard, me and the Beast had him, and I'm like, she's like, I need him. I need the Beast to kill him. Reynard has the knife. I can't do this without the Beast. And I go to leave, and she like grabs my hand to stop me, but she inadvertently rips one of my bracelets off,
Oof.
and one of my hands starts freaking out, and I'm like, duck, and she's like, what? I'm like, duck, and I blast I send out a wave of energy, and I blast a park bench backwards. And she's like, what the hell? Just put it back on. I'm like, I can't just put it back on. There's this whole ritual. And she's like, oh, okay. And then grabs my other one and rips it off. And now both of my hands are freaking out. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? She goes, oh, sorry, not my problem. And she runs off.
She's so okay.
And then my
Quentin
last,
has the worst taste. Anyway.
and then I end that scene essentially travel glitching. Like I am like blinking in and out of existence in like glitchy forms, just
Sure.
unable to control where I am.
Yeah.
Fun.
Not a great episode for me.
And then you end. And then
And
your
I-
episode.
All right, Mike, what happens to the rest of the episode?
What do you think?
Everything's great. You go, hey Beast, not very nice. Shame. And then he's like, my bad, and he vomits all the magic back into the wellspring. And then we all go home, have a pint and a laugh.
Yeah, pretty close.
It's like a Shaun of the Dead cutaway.
It sounds like this is a heavy one.
Well, should we do Ember's Temple?
Yeah, we go over to Ember's Temple. So
Never a good sign. Should we do this one first?
we're yelling because apparently I put my hand on the blood, the stone, and it's not working.
Elliot does,
you
because you have to
your
cut
hand,
Elliot's
yeah.
hand.
Margot does it first.
Oh, do you?
And she says, remember when Elliot says we're both bleeding now? Her hand was on the stone to start that scene. It cuts in with her hand already on it.
I didn't clock. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know what they were referencing there.
She's like, oh, maybe it's because you're king or something. She's trying to to figure out how to do it. He's not answering, though.
No. There's a little cut to black.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's supposed to be Ember or we're being watched, but we don't really get an answer. We get a small cut forward to later where we're just like, we've been trying to get Ember's attention. He's not home. And we're just like posted up, like taking drags out of the flask. Being like, what the fuck do we do?
Guess
we
we're
need
gonna
this
die.
god. I guess we're going to die here,
Yeah.
right? And that's when you kind of hear a teleport sound, I guess.
It's like a jingling, yeah.
Like a jingling thing. And Ember just sits up from behind a like pile of like furs.
Yeah, and on a rock.
On a rock. It gave me the sense like he was back there earlier watching us, and I don't know what his like, was he doing something weird? Was it like, is he watching us for the villain? I don't know.
I don't know either.
But he doesn't give the sense of like evilness. He just gives a sense of like somebody who wasn't caught being a scamp.
Yeah.
Is kind of the vibe.
Yeah. And he's just like, oh, so royalty, you're here to beseech me. He's doing his shtick, and it's like, okay.
It feels something's off about Ember. I'm not sure what it is. But yeah, he's doing his normal shtick in abnormal circumstances.
Yeah, and we don't even really get to ask because he kind of just cuts us off. But after, oh, you're here to beseech me, and he basically says that, oh, but if we, like, you will miss the show.
Yeah. If you stay here and beseech me, you're going to miss the show. And I think Alice is a real shot.
Yeah.
And we're like, what? And then he claps his hands or snaps his fingers and we teleport into the woods.
And we're like, we didn't even get to ask him anything.
Right. But then when we turn around, we hear some like shouting and commotion.
Yes.
And we realize that there is currently a confrontation happening between Alice and the Beast, and Quentin is down.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have a scene before that.
Yeah. I assumed.
We're in the carriage, on the public transit, and there's like kind of just an awkward silence, in this carriage.
Between you and Alice? Why? What happened?
Yeah, good
going on
question.
Why is it
And so I'm
awkward?
like trying to, and Alice is obviously like upset with her for missing on the spell and everything else going on. So I'm just like trying to distract her. I'm like, oh, thought exercise. Like, let's say we kill the beast. What do we, what do you want to do then? And then she's like, I don't know, like get an ice cream sundae with whipped cream and colored sprinkles and gummy bears on top.
Yeah. Gummy bears?
And then I just like pause. I'm like,
On ice cream, they get
I
hard.
love gummy bears on ice cream.
Oh, they get so
hold
And
on,
gummy
hard.
bears.
we'll dig into this in a second, actually.
Okay.
That's the important part of the story.
And I just like, I'm probably gonna try to win you back. And she's just like, Jesus, Quentin.
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry, I kind of just like flew out of my mouth. And then she's like, I'm not a prize to be won. And
Did she literally quote Jasmine?
I think I don't think it's the
Does
exact
a tiger
quote.
show up out of
Okay.
anywhere?
And I'm like, yeah, but you know what I mean. She's like, you didn't lose me like keys.
This is so Jasmine coded.
It
Yeah.
really is.
Best princess.
And she's basically being like, hey, it's not fair that you can just like kind of trap me in here and make her deal with, all of my kind of insecurities and problems and whatever. And I'm like, it's not a trap. And then she's like, well, why does it sound like you're trying to fight with me? And I'm like, listen, like you changed. You're not the girl I met a million years ago. You're amazing. Not that you weren't amazing before. And just kind of like fumbling here. Right?
Yikes.
He's always fumbling.
Yeah. And she's like, where are you going with this? And I'm like, well, like, you've grown as a person and I've grown too. Like, I'm not saying I'm not that guy anymore. Like, but I'm not just that guy anymore. And I'm basically asking for like a second chance to like prove that like I can be better.
Can I make a prediction? Mm-hmm. Al's about to get murdered so hard.
Sure. I feel like we could die in an hour, and that's giving me a lot of clarity right now. Also, I'm going to make the best ice cream sundae you've ever had, and I'll even put gummy bears on it, even though you don't understand how absolutely disgusting that is.
No.
This is the worst thing Quentin's ever said.
Ever. Gummy bear. Listen, I
so
spent
good.
so much of my life not realizing gummy bears and or worms belong in ice cream.
They're
They
so
really
good.
do.
I don't think they're great. It's not nasty. It's candy on ice cream. It's not gross. It's just I don't like chewing. And maybe it's because I have so many
That's
fillings.
why they're
like
so good, though, because
I
you
don't know,
like
it
you
makes
kind of like suck on them, and then they'll get soft as they warm up. It gives you a little bit
Texture.
Of something to
with
do.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
that's
want a
layers,
little. I don't want a little
levels.
mini game with my ice cream. I think I want to eat hot fudge,
Just
and I
eat
want to
it.
slop
you don't
it
got
down like a
time.
little piggy boy.
Like
going,
dessert time is like what 2 p.m. for you?
Dessert time? It's all the time, baby.
Because like dinner's 1,
Yeah.
dessert's 2, bedtime's 3.
Calories, we can get calories, man.
Gummy bears and ice cream is dink behavior.
Big dink behavior. That's a choking hazard. You think I'm putting that shit on my ice cream? Henry's going to want to bite.
Stereotypical
Your gummy bear budget's going to daycare.
I live the stereotypical dink life. Wild trips, last minute plans, and gummy bears on my ice cream.
It's fine. It's
Anyway.
not gross.
Anyways, I lean
Just
in and
weird.
kiss her.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, she
Does
did.
she get kissed, or does she slap you?
She kind of accepts it. And I'm like, sorry, I was in the moment. Do you still want to fight? And she says no. And then we kind of like hold hands.
Okay.
Next thing is we're at the wellspring, and Martin's there already, and he's just yelling at the door, I guess. We're like out in the forest outside of that. It's like an outhouse looking thing, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Machete thing.
And he's basically just yelling that you're no god, you're just a farm animal.
Probably Ember. So maybe Ember was
Yes, 'cause
fucking
he's-
with Martin.
Yes, maybe Ember was busy keeping Martin distracted, and then he sent us there to
Yeah,
help Alice when she
maybe.
showed up.
And the line I have here, I have no idea how we would know this. Maybe it was something that I forgot from an episode ago or whatever, 2 episodes ago. But Quentin is talking to Alice, and he's like, Ember actually took a shit in the wellspring? That can't be good for Fillory. So apparently Ember took a shit in the wellspring.
So he locked the door and took a shit in the wellspring?
Yeah.
What a dick.
Okay, if the sperm is magic,
This
Yeah.
this
Maybe
season,
it's good for
Maybe,
the land.
yeah,
It's
maybe the fertilizer. I
This
literally have that
season
written
is-
down.
Fertilizing the land.
this season is so shit coded.
It is.
This
Shit's
is
magic. It's also really good. Like, you can make good fires out of it, depending what your diet is. Good fertilizer. Use your shit. Don't throw it away.
sure.
Official stance.
It's important.
This is when the beast notices that we're here
Shitting.
and just yells my name and snaps, and then both Alice and Quentin are like right in front of him. And he looks at Alice and says, "You're weaker," noticing that, like, you know, her god powers finally starting to fade completely. And she's like, "And you're down 6 fingers." And he's like, "More than enough to kill you both." And he's like, "It's hard to cast when you're sliced in 2." And he basically like casts this spell at Alice. And I do the like, "Get down, Mr. President," and like dive in front of it, and take it on the shoulder, and I basically go down. He fires a second one, and Alice shields it, and Alice starts like shooting magic missiles at him. This is
Okay.
when Elliot and Margot come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't jump in immediately.
we're kind of watching
We're
it
just
happen.
yeah, which I feel like we should be making some kind of a plan, but we're really just spectating.
You kind of do absolutely nothing here.
We
Yeah.
do. And I get the idea is that Alice has god powers and we know we can't take Martin. So like maybe all we would do is distract Alice and make ourselves, you know, like potential casualties.
Yeah.
So we're willing to just let the plan play out because the plan was Alice is the only one who can stand up to the beast.
Yeah, and maybe we're ready to jump into Mr. President if we need to.
Maybe if we need to. I don't really
You are 1,000 miles away.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
we're a
true.
little bit too far away. But I can see how a situation, if they're having a good fight, you don't want to turn into another Julia and put yourself in a situation where Alice doesn't want to do the things she needs to do to help protect
Yeah.
us.
I will say that she does tell us to move
Yes.
in the middle of this fight, so we do. We
So
get a
she
little bit
clocks
closer. So she
us.
does know that we're there. Unfortunately, though, that's around the time when the magic orb thing is burning so hot into her skin, she ends up taking it off and throwing it on
Yeah.
the ground.
I mean, that itself, I don't think has any power. It's more of an indicator.
Yeah.
oh, yeah. But we know that she's out of magic.
I
Basically.
thought,
basically.
though, that she got rid of that demon. Isn't that what she said? That she let hers go?
Oh no! That's she was holding that
The orb to open
that
the
orb.
well, remember?
Yeah.
That was like hot, getting hot on her
She could
skin.
she could hold it without issue as long as she had god powers.
Right.
Oh, that wasn't her demon. That
no,
was
no,
the
no.
orb.
That was her
Oh.
timing when her god powers were running on empty because you could only touch that thing if you were strong
Got it. It was
enough.
like it looked like it came out of her skin though.
It was just
It was
sinking in
burning
because it was a
in-
bracelet and it was burning because
Oh,
it
it
was
was
too
on
hot.
a bracelet in her
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
to me it looked like it was it was the demon emerging out of her skin. It
No.
was
No,
burning
it was,
into
it
her
was a
wrist.
magic dipstick essentially. Like
Got
let me
it.
check
yeah,
that oil level.
yeah,
Okay,
honestly,
fair
yeah.
enough. Fair enough. She throws it away.
And while she's doing this, she starts, even though she's throwing this away, which tells us that her like god juice is empty.
Yep.
She starts tutting and doing the final attack.
Yes.
Right. in a very anime way. You can only do the final attack if you're powerful enough through the from the like extra means that you got from the superpowers, but that's gone. But you still got to do the super god attack so you can do the thing that you need to do. And while she's doing it, she's and she starts to
like
glow.
glitching.
She's like glitching and kind of like her hands start to like ember and flame.
And it looks like she's being consumed
by, like, blue fire.
Blue fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Quentin's obviously screaming, no, we're all yelling.
And then she just kind of like burns up and disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
Fades
when
away.
Martin starts laughing. He's ready to finish this. He's going to kill Quentin. And right as he's about to do it, Alice pops back up, but she seems different.
Yeah.
Yeah. She like basically pops up behind him and has this kind of like blue flame effect, like kind of on her
Yeah.
skin,
She
like
went Super
popping up
Saiyan?
and going away.
Yeah, God.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
And
But she's also disassociated from us. in a way.
Yeah.
She does not.
She's
yeah.
ascended.
she's like,
A little
she's
bit.
basically saying like, oh, I did it on purpose, like the whole
Yeah,
like
to
faking
catch him.
her own death
Yeah.
thing, I guess, to kind of catch Martin off guard. Martin immediately like, because he can sense her power, right?
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
knows that she's weaker than before, and I think that's key because at this moment he starts basically like bargaining with Alice.
Mm-hmm.
He could tell.
Yes, he can tell that he's cooked.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that she's like way more powerful.
Yeah.
I don't know how this works or why.
Same.
I don't know if there's another external factor that we don't know about, or if, you know, that's just kind of what she's capable of. Like we've kind of hinted in the past that like, oh, she's capable of more than like even she knows or whatever. But Alice basically just like rips his chest open. All the moths come out and he falls over dead.
Oh.
She gets her shot off, but then
And then she's just like disappointing.
yeah,
Yeah. And then
Okay.
she turns to us, Margot and Elliot, and now we start bargaining with her.
yeah,
Because
Because she says your turn.
yeah.
like she's
Yeah.
lost all of her connection to who Alice
Yeah.
is.
Like her humanity. seems
She's become
gone.
like a
What did I leave?
So
agent of
she
chaos.
is making her way. Quentin is trying to yell at Alice and say, no, don't.
But you're
I
crawling.
don't, I don't understand. I can't tell if we're missing a lot or what. Like why this turn from her.
I think
The magic consumed her,
Yes.
and the magic is in charge. That is how I'm.
And the magic just wants to destroy everything.
Maybe I feel like this might tie into magic and Fillory, and like I could see the magic being like, all right, enough Earth people running this place. You guys suck.
Y'all have ruined this.
Yes,
Yeah,
like
maybe.
we're clearing it out basically a little bit. I don't know. Like I'm not positive that that's what it is, but like that's one interpretation because like that blue aura thing was kind of what the well looked like. That
Yeah.
kind of like magic, which is just like the color of magic in the show, so it's kind of hard to tell. But like maybe it's just like, all right, that's enough. This experiment is a failure. We're just cleaning the house.
I think there's also a way in that like Alice has a scene where she's approached by some god or something, and she
Maybe.
makes some kind of deal, and we're just not privy to it.
I mean, this is probably one of the shortest episodes I think all collectively
Yeah.
we've had at
There-
this
there might
table.
just-
So
There's
like,
so much we got to be missing.
there's a lot, I think. So
Yeah, like we could have missed something about Alice releasing her demon
Yeah.
and or gaining some new power.
Because she did that
or,
off camera. Who knows
Yeah.
why she did that?
yeah.
Yeah.
There could be a number of reasons she released her demon
Yeah.
that aren't what she's saying.
And also, like when she disappears and comes back, like
That could have been a scene.
That could be a
who
whole
knows? Who knows?
Yep.
There
So-
was a cut there that I thought was
Yeah.
maybe for commercial.
Yeah.
So she might have disappeared, had like a god be like, "You still have one last thing to do, child."
Yeah. Who knows?
Blah blah blah. Boop. And
Or
then
Ember, like because we
Ember,
know
maybe?
he's around and
Yeah.
we reintroduce him here. Like I don't know. In any case,
There's been-
we start backing up, trying to run away from Alice a little bit, but like she's going to attack and kill us.
Yep. And then I take out my Kako demon because I'm the last one who has one. And basically there's just a white kind of flash of light. Like the
Yeah.
screen goes white and then you hear Alice scream and she's down on the ground, presumably dead.
Not
She looks
moving,
dead.
not
Her
breathing.
eyes are wide open.
the classic, like you need
Yeah.
you need to know your character's dead. They like linger on it.
Yeah.
It's very clear she's not breathing.
Yeah.
Very
Like-
clear her eyes are open.
Quentin's injured, so he's like crawling over
And
to
then
her
Margot
body.
and Elliot are trying to like be like no, and he's like, she might still be alive. She might still be alive, and we're just trying to hold
What
him.
the fuck? I
down.
go away. Dad goes away for 5 minutes,
We kill somebody.
and you all fall apart.
It's funny that you think you're the dad, not the baby.
So that
Wow.
was like my last
Wow.
thing. I was just like, Alice is dead?
Oh no!
That,
'cause-
I mean, that was the end of the episode
That's the
because
end of the
like
episode.
you hear the like there's like forest noises as everything
go
goes
into the
quiet.
credits.
It goes into credits. There's no music in the credits, just those like forest noises continuing.
I can't believe she's dead. That's crazy.
The minute you were like, I want to win you back, and like, okay, the storytelling,
Yeah.
most heartbreaking thing is he wants to try and win her back, or like get back with her, and no, we're depriving you of that. You had your shot; it's gone.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wild.
Assuming that
Wow.
she's dead and not in some kind of like
Or she
Cordelia comes back as part of like
Yeah.
a god kind of deal,
I
right?
mean, she basically faked her death once in this episode already. She could be doing it again too, but this seemed a little different, obviously.
It's hard with magic in play, and things we don't know that
I also
obviously
did
happen.
call in the wrap up that Alice might die.
You did.
yeah.
You did.
You thought it'd be at the end of last season,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it didn't take that
You got
many
3 more episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is quite interesting from a storytelling perspective for Alice to die, because like the thing that I felt the most frustrated with Quentin recently is how he's handling Julia and like trying to have the best
So you're
of
saying
both
we
worlds.
needed to fridge a woman to get
No,
him.
that is not what I'm saying. What I am saying
Wow.
though is that like it is kind of like Quentin tried to salvage his relationship with both women. He tried to protect Julia and also like wanted to pursue their relationship with Alice. Like he's never making a decision between the both of them.
Sure.
He's always just trying to have both. And by doing that, he's killed her. You've killed Alice, because Alice would have nailed Martin if you hadn't went in to save Julia.
That's fair.
So the fact that you made that choice to save Julia ends up leading to the eventual death of Alice. It gives Quentin's like inability to make a decision like a literal consequence. Like
Yeah.
he
This is on
has
him.
this is the consequence of trying to like, I don't know, not have both women, because that's not really what he's doing, and I don't think that's particularly fair, but that is kind of what it's like alluding to, right? You're
Sure.
trying to maintain both of these relationships that are like kind of in contest with each
Direct
other.
opposition.
Yeah, and by doing so, you're making a choice that you don't necessarily know you're making, but you made it. Which is kind of why I want her to be dead, because I feel like that does give a consequence to the actions. But you're right, it does tiptoe a little bit for Quentin to have like a character arc that begins with the fact that he ends up. But I mean, I guess the thing is he kills Alice, which is different, I think, than having an evil villain kill the
Yeah, that's
character off
fair.
screen. This is
Yeah.
about your own choices. Like, I mean, that's the second choice you make, right? Like
Sure.
to save Margot and Elliot. So I don't know.
And you would-
I think it's actually quite compelling.
And you would have to imagine Alice wouldn't want to kill any of them.
Yeah, I think that's true.
So you're also stopping the real Alice from doing something whoever is piloting her
yeah,
from doing.
yeah.
Unless she was just always like this and
She
hiding
got,
it.
she get that dog in her?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
She's had a secret dog in her?
We should have known that she was near death, because I think we said like she's the best one of all of us. She's the only one that seems
She's
like.
Yeah, she doesn't
Yeah.
need much growth.
Turns out your character story is already wrapped up.
Oh,
We're
my
gonna
God.
wrap this one. All right.
I still think we're gonna get some. It feels a little, and maybe
Abrupt.
this is just a like assumption because of the episode seemed rushed, but it doesn't seem like a. It doesn't seem like a permanent character death episode.
Yeah.
It
I
was
don't
pretty. It was
know.
pretty serious at the
Are
end.
you
It was
saying you're
pretty
saying
dour.
you think Alice is not permanently dead?
I don't think Alice. The fact that she came back with like this kind of like powerful godly air makes me think it's more of like a. And like, there's something about being consumed by fire. Like the physical body dies, but like fire is this like spirit or soul. Like I feel like she almost more is going to become some kind of otherly embodiment. Again, I want to draw the parallel back to like Cordelia becoming one of the
some sort of guardian angel type of thing.
Yeah, and I don't know, I'm not sure if they do that, but I do think this is how I would portray that on screen if I was going to have them come back as like a Cerebro style, like non-physical bodied character.
I think it would be pretty cool to have her as like a god kind of character, like a birth of a god, death of a human. Like,
because they also make gods feel approachable, right? Like you can interact with gods, you can kill gods, you can
suck 'em
probably
off.
you can suck them off, you can probably become a god.
yeah,
And this
it feels
was-
like it's
Feels like
possible
a decent way to become a god.
Yeah.
Trying to kill somebody who like
to do
fancies himself one.
that. Yeah, and also to use the magic that, like, to reach in, like you said, she was like Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Like she was becoming one with the magic in a way. Like 'cause you weren't supposed to be able to cast that spell. She did, obviously. She obviously lost something of herself too in it. But like,
Do you think God fucking powers are retroactive?
well, actually, now that you say this, there
Quinn gets
was
strong.
somebody who mentioned this,
And
right?
Yeah.
Didn't the dean mention that like, didn't this happen to her brother?
We don't know what happened to her
The
brother,
dean mentioned
right?
something about how if you cast a spell that's too powerful. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Yes. This happened to her brother. This is the exact same thing. This is what happened to her brother.
Yeah.
That he cast a spell that was too powerful that he couldn't control, and the magic consumed him.
Oh, really?
Does it mean? Yes.
I don't think we ever got the full story.
Yes,
She
we
was
did.
like
With the
trying
way
to.
we went to talk to that lady in New York. That was, remember, she left Breakbill. She was like the one living person, and we talked to her about her brother and how her brother was. Margot went. That's why I remember this. We talked to the woman that the brother sacrificed to save, and
Right.
yes, we did. And they said that he was. She
Oh,
says
she
he was
lived her
consumed,
brother's
and then
story.
he was gone. But we assumed that he was dead. Does it mean
So
that
he
he's
could be
dead?
gone, as in like, is he Reynard?
I that would be horrible. I think.
Yeah.
It would be.
But like, I
Oh.
think that would be really bad.
Did whoever pull her out, is that her brother?
I was gonna say, and maybe she's with him and like whatever. Again, part of this, like, if she is still in some way with us, not in her.
I don't think
traditional
she
physical
I
is.
form.
feel like you have to do something with this, though. If you're going to parallel what happened to her brother to Alice, there has to be a payoff somewhere.
Well,
like,
the payoff. This could be the payoff.
maybe
though.
we just missed something.
Maybe like
There's
we
a-
could have had hours of footage of her
Yeah.
like finding out about her brother or talking. You know, like
And we just
whatever.
don't
Would
know
it
Her
have
about
knowing
been-
the risk.
Let me posit a scene to you, and I'm not sure if this is what actually happens, but so she's doing the super spell, not supposed to be able to do it. She starts burning up. She torches and is dead. There's a little cut there. She's like waking up in some like heaven realm, some like other outside of space. Where am I? What's going on? Turns around, sees the face of her brother. And she's like, "Oh my God, you blah blah blah." And he's like, "Yeah, you've burned up. Like this is what happened. Same thing that happened to me. Blah blah." He's like, "You can either," and then he gives her a choice. Like, I can send you back. Like you have power magic consumed you. I can send you back and I can make you like alive again. I have that power. I am like consumed of magic, or I can grant you with power, but it's going to burn you up. But you get one last shot to finish what you started, and then you can be at peace or something. And she's the altruistic hero character, and she chooses the like power that's going to burn her up, that her brother also chose maybe as like a way to camaraderie, and she gets to like go off into the sunset in death with her brother. But her brother gave her the last passing gift of being able to go back and finish what she started.
How does Quentin ever find that out, though?
I don't think they do. I think it might just be for us.
Quinn's got a
I
deal.
feel like the way that Quentin and Alice's story is so intertwined, though, like there has to be some sort of payoff
Maybe.
there, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. But like, sorry,
do you
I
think
just
that-
thought about that, and I was like, wait a second, that's actually a huge part of this.
I mean, prediction time, I guess.
I
'cause
guess,
I
yeah.
don't
It's
know,
in the episodes.
like where we go from here. But do you think that like this becomes a plot point going forward of figuring out what the hell happened, or do you think the characters are just like she's dead and we move on?
I
think-
think that it's a split decision because I think Elliot and I think Margot especially. I think Elliot would probably be more sympathetic considering what happened with Mike.
I
Because
think
now you and Elliot have done had to go
Basically,
through the
yeah.
same thing.
I think Penny wants to know what happens.
Penny, I don't know if you're
Well-
making it back
Well,
with
but
us
Penny
anytime
and Alice
soon.
had a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, like outside of just like physical. Like
I feel
there
like
was a
you're
respect
most likely
there.
to run into her,
Fair.
actually.
But I think like yes, they did hook up, but I think that was the
Oh,
one
it's just like-
person.
but
that's the
even
one
as
person in the
friends.
group that was like he actually had a connection with. So if he comes back and all y'all got to say is Alice is dead, he's gonna be like, how? What happened?
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't think we would hide it from you. I think that, but you are phasing through realities right now,
Yeah.
or like universes. So I think that's interesting.
We have a body. I think it'd be a little bit of a different conversation if we didn't have a physical body,
Yes,
right?
that's why I don't think she's coming back as a human. Like,
Yeah.
because I don't.
I don't think she's coming back in her normal form.
Yeah.
I would say if she does, she's going to be a different character for the show.
Yeah.
I hope she doesn't come back, and we just have to live with this. But we'll see.
I think it would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
And then the villain, I guess, becomes Reynard and Julia.
yeah, probably.
And they're playing cat and mouse, and we're kind of being swept up in the thing. Did we have really a reason to stop her from fucking like? Reynard doesn't impact
we
us at
also
all.
would like to kill Reynard.
Right, but Reynard's not really doing anything to us. Like, that's
Not
Julia's.
directly,
But he's
I guess,
but
but
Julia
he is
has
a
said that he's
horrible-
going around killing people.
Sure, I'm not
So-
saying that he's not going to be on the villain. I'm just saying, like,
It was-
I don't know if that's immediate. Like, we're all going to get up and be like, well, we got to go hunt Reynard now. Like,
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
think
we need
that's
to
it,
make
yeah.
a call.
He deserves to be killed, but it was
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
we got this priority uno shot right
This
now.
is why I feel like it's really hard to believe that it's like just over, because like Elliot is going to be in Fillory for the foreseeable future. Does that mean that like Quentin and Margot go back to school and then Penny is just like trapped traveling? Like, I guess maybe we try to catch Penny, like we try to save Penny. That could be the next
Maybe
step, because somebody has to.
You have to imagine it's Fillory centered still somehow, and the Reynard plotline has not been. The
Been
Julia
there at
plotline
all.
has not been.
And now she can't get back. 'Cause
So I don't know if
Penny's
there's
not
like
with her.
some Monster of the Week stuff saving Fillory going for a bit, or what?
Do we think that Alice became a god in Fillory? Like, she was consumed by the magic of Fillory, and we know that like the magic is damaged, the lands are damaged. Like, is there a way where she just becomes like like the embodiment of a god of like magical power in Fillory, and like interacts with King? Like, Elliot is the king, and his friend who was like consumed by magic is like the representative of the like spiritual magical aspects of the land, and he's the representative of like the physical like people and infrastructure of the
there's
land.
technically an open slot next to Ember.
I know, that's what I was, and we know that Ember helped influence this with like the
Yes.
Wellspring. I'm wondering if like Ember's involved in like
With
helping
something.
her transition to godhood.
Yeah. Because he seemed very laissez-faire about
He
what was
did.
happening.
It seemed like
Yeah.
he knew what was going to happen, and he thought it was going to be okay.
Yeah. Strange.
Mm.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's a good episode. I mean, it's like you said, it's fast. It was
Yeah,
the
fast.
pacing was like
I think we
really
only saw
intense.
about half the episode.
Oh,
That's
like,
true.
collectively.
I had 15 minutes.
I have 15.
That's true.
I had
a lot
I
of
had
ours
18.
overlap.
So
18,
and it was
20.
with everybody.
Most of it was
yeah.
overlap too.
Yeah.
So there's another 20 plus minutes here that we
that
didn't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might have slowed it down. Maybe we were the B plot, honestly. Kind of crazy to imagine
All of that was
Alice
B.
dying as the B plot, though.
If they are setting
No, I
up
think-
Reynard and Julia, it's probably a lot of Julia stuff.
Yeah.
It's probably a lot of Julia stuff, yeah.
And then probably some Alice stuff.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining.
Thank
I'm
you.
your host, Mike, signing off. Left me as always.
It's Sasha.
In front of me as always.
Me, Colin.
And right here, right now.
Brian.
We'll see you next time.
Me by forever.
For more information, go to popculturerollcall.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Please subscribe, rate, and review. Our new theme provided by Stephen Rossbach. Find him at stephenrossbach.com for more of his work. Join us next week for another episode of Pop Culture Roll Call.